Look at that shit. Here we go, guys. What is happening? Let's see. Are we live yet? I think it's connecting. I think we're live. Looks like we're live. 15 seconds in. I always give it a second so it kind of pops. There it goes. Okay, here we are. Welcome. How's everybody doing? August 20th, 11:51 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Aaron Carlson here, CCC Entertainment Group. I'm a director, writer, actor, editor, post-production person. You know what I'm saying. I do all this shit. Here's the thing. We are closing in on the final days of Jason Voorhees' Nightmares. And when I say that, I mean that like loosely. The main shoot is almost complete. By next weekend, we should have completed mostly all of the big sequences of the film. I think we have one shoot date we have to make up, and we're going to do that first week of September. So September is for pickups and some little things we need to do here and there. We got a lot of perks we got to still satisfy and stuff like that. However, these last 2 weeks are probably, and I know for a fact, the best days I've ever had on a film. I have never, in the 23 years of making movies, seen such support, seen such passion, excitement, energy, and I've never seen so many people show to one of our film sets. I want to go into that a little bit, and also some other things that have been really, really fucking cool over these last couple of weeks. If you read the post, you know I'm going to be speaking about Robert Lasardo. I'll talk a little bit about Jason Brooks and his team at Real Fiction Studios. I'll talk about the bikers that Aaron Focus Switzer was able to connect with and bring to set, and how excited they were to be a part of this. Where we're at in post-production, because we're working on the film now as we film, and so much more. So, you know, hang in here with me for a second, because emotionally I've been like on another one. I don't know where I'm getting this energy from. I'm assuming it's from I'm feeding off of everybody else, and just the just the fucking power of the energy that they're just exuding. I just feed off of it. It's crazy. Even the cast, the crew, everybody has just been on another level with this, and they've dug in. And you know what I mean by digging in? Like, no matter what, we're finishing this fucking movie. And, you know, that's where the GoFundMe comes in, and we're looking for support to just get us through this last month and a half of shooting. And everybody's been coming out of the box on that too. You know, who would have thought? You know, we ran 2 Indiegogos to try to raise the $30-some thousand we were hoping to get. We got 15. And the next thing you know, and here we are now at $3,500 we raised on GoFundMe to help us get closer and closer. And that money matters, because every week we've got to feed, you know, these actors and these creatives that are on set, and the cast and the crew, and, you know, and the shit's expensive, you guys, because honestly, last week on set, we had over 100 people there. We had to feed them all. That's a lot of people, guys. And the cool thing is that the GoFundMe has been helping. It's been helping support, you know, all of us to go out and do our job. You know, you've got a ton of people volunteering their time to make this film, and we all are just busting our asses to do it, and bringing our A game. It's not like we're cheaping out on this, you guys. This fucking movie, you guys are going to shit your pants when you see this movie. You're not going to believe what we pulled off with such a minimal amount of money. You have no idea. I was cutting a scene today just real quick, and I'm like, holy shit, the vibe, the tempo, the excitement in this film, the energy, the story, the action sequences, the characters, the acting, all of it. And we haven't even touched the special effects yet, or the color grade. I mean, this is all raw footage that we're looking at, and we're just like, what? Like, it's working. It's so fucking cool, you guys. So I wanted to just go back a couple weeks, because I wanted to do a live like this every week to catch you guys up on the progress, especially those that have donated to our Indiegogo or our GoFundMe, to let you know we're working, to let you know that we're pushing ourselves beyond our limits to make something that I think a lot of indie filmmakers would back away from because of the vast scope of it all. Well, we haven't stopped, and we're not going to stop. So let's start with last weekend. So, as you all know, that Robert Lasardo was in one of our episodes in the Horrorverse last year. And Robert and I are pretty good friends. We're pretty tight. I've worked on one of his movies with him. He's worked on something I'm working on here with the Horrorverse. And I was able to, have a great conversations with him over the last, year. And he really wanted to come back and do this fan film, which was amazing to me because it was such a, it's like, when you're talking to somebody who's been in the industry like Robert for all these years, and you approach him with this fan film thing, why the fuck would he do that, right? Why the fuck would he do that? But he did. He really did. Matt McKinney, what is up, brother? Hell yeah, we are going to see this wild stuff to the end. Fuck yeah, we are, bro. Yes, we are. It's going to be great, man. Going to be great. And you're kicking ass too. Matt McKinney's one of our cinematographers and DPs on the sets. He's been busting his ass, filming some great shit for everybody to see. It's fantastic. He's doing great work, man. Keep it up, Matt. Proud of you, bro. Thank you for helping us. But Robert really wanted to jump in. And he was like, dude, you're going to get me back in the series. And I'm like, well, fuck, Robert, I wasn't expecting you to want to do it. No, he's like, no, I want to do it. I'm like, okay, all right. So we left his storyline a little open for that reason. I was hoping he would, but I wasn't sure, and I wasn't going to ask him again. But he came back and asked me to, and we made it work. So Robert joined us on set last week, and we had about 15 bikers there, 15 to 20. John Megison was with us. Jason Brooks was there. Aaron Focus Switzer. We had a ton of other actors. Jeffrey Messenger was there. A lot of other people too. Dave Schechter, Rick Aviera, Coach Rick. To you guys, he's been on Around the Rail with us. We had a blast, and Robert came to set ready to go. And what his, when you're working with a named actor like that, it's pretty cool because we all want to be starstruck by somebody that's been on TV in these movies over all these years, right? But I made it specifically clear in our group for the Horrorverse to leave this man alone. He's a normal guy. He's a dude. He's just doing what we do. He just made it to a level we're not on. He's no different, and everybody was so great with him. And here's the thing. Robert was great with them. And Robert gave them the time. He communicated with everybody. He was a part of the team that day. Just his vibe alone being there, I could see how everybody it made their day. To be around someone who's been in the industry and has made it to a point where we can all only dream of. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. He made their fucking day. Not only that, he brought his character back on another level. And I can't wait for you guys to see his performance in this and how it implements the story and how it all unfolds. It's great. It's fucking great. So being on set with him was awesome. And, it's a privilege to be around that kind of a caliber of an actor because it elevates everybody else to perform. And to see that when, I'm behind the camera, guys. I was in the scene with him, but I'm filming that shit, and I'm directing him all. And it's an amazing thing. And the respect that even Robert gives me, who's a fucking nobody, as the director, is as professional as it gets. It's amazing to me because I remember when I was a little guy, and I say that high school, junior high school, watching Robert Lasardo in a lot of movies back in the early 80s, in 80s and 90s. And here I am directing this guy. What the fuck? That is so crazy. It's so weird. It's so weird. But that's that run we get. If you are really passionate about doing something and you want to make it in this industry or anything else in life, and you keep pushing and you keep moving forward and you don't let these hurdles stop, you don't let these walls get in your way, if you don't let your own fears or your own stifling, moments where you doubt get in your way, you can make it. And it's not easy. All right. From financially to just ordinarily just trying to get through your day-to-day stuff with real life. It's not easy. I've been talking with Steve, our producer, about some of these kind of things, and it's not easy to balance life and this industry. There's a lot. I've got kids at home. They're bigger and older, but they still need me. I've got Samantha with me. I need to give to her and still live a normal life as well as do this. I mean, whew, it's a lot, guys. It's not like your 9-to-5 job. This does not stop when you make movies. You're always on your phone. You're always thinking of something. You're always working on that computer. You're always doing something. And if you're not doing that, you're out in the field. You're filming, you're shooting, you're planning, you're scouting, you're doing all this stuff. And it's a lot. But it's fucking great. It's so fun. And if you could find that balance, you can make it work. You can make it work. And when you get to a point where I'm at, where, for the last 6 or 7 years, I've been really pushing as our PR person to get CCC Entertainment out there to really highlight these actors and these crew members and build a family and network of people that, not only want to make films, but want to make good stuff, and they want to show off their craft, and they want to do these things. To me, that was my goal from day one by joining together. And I know it was all of us when we decided to start CCC. That was the goal, because I didn't think we could do it by ourselves. I knew we couldn't do it by ourselves. We needed a family of creatives that had the same like-minded visions, right? That's the goal. And it takes time to build something like that, and here we are on the brink of it right now. Like, yes, we're still doing a fan film, but we have multiple, and I mean fucking multiple original IPs that are ready to go, that we're going to start doing immediately after Jason Voorhees Nightmares is done. This film is our springboard to that next level, and it's a fan film. So just because it's a fan film doesn't mean you can cheap out on it, doesn't mean you can be lazy about it, and doesn't mean you can go in your fucking backyard and film this shit and make it and think that it's going to be great. No, you should put the same fucking standard on yourself and everybody else if you commit to something, to do it the best you can. So we're treating this like it's ours. We're treating this like it's an original thing. We're treating this like we came up with Jason, Michael, and Freddie. Okay, we are holding those guys, those characters in our hand. They are ours right now. And we are making sure that the fans out there see this and love this. And our actors and our crew can actually look at their work and go, that's not too fucking bad. That's what we're doing. And that's important to do. So even if you're out there and you're making something that isn't original and not yours, don't forget to don't skip out on it, guys. Make sure it's something that you can look back at and be proud of. What's up, Philip? How you doing, bro? He says, hey, man, I know that feeling. It is a lot, but you accomplished. Yeah, it's a lot, but it's not overwhelming. And you definitely have to dig deep, and, I was talking to Sam and Steve about this over the weekend. Because Steve was like fucking tired, man. He was like, fuck, I got a little guy at home. He's got his wife at home. He's got shit to do. He's like, fuck, this schedule's brutal. And I'm like, I know. And we're going to take a week off here and there, and he's still working his day job, running around and doing that to pay his bills. And it's not easy. And they're just like, Aaron, how do you do it? Well, I just go back to when I was a kid. And Philip, I'm specifically speaking to you here. This shit's hard. I had kids when I was making movies. I understand. I have a family when I was making movies. I understand. I was working a day job last year that I was still making fucking movies. It's not about what you don't. It's not a perfect situation. It's not about, how much energy you have. It's how much you're willing to push yourself. That's the key. Not make any fucking excuses of why you can't. I played football for a good majority of my life. 2-a-days are a bitch, guys. High school and playing that shit. I was a young guy. I got pushed to the limit back in the late 80s and early 90s. But that being a quarterback and being a team leader back then, and when I started playing college ball, I think it made me realize that, just because you're tired doesn't mean you can't go further. Fuck that shit. Fuck being a pussy. Just go. Just go. You have it in you. Trust me. I'm tired every fucking day. I can barely walk. right? My ankles are hurting. I'm 52 years old. I'm out there doing jump kicks and fucking running around. Achilles tendons are popping. Like I'm fucked up. However, I'll strap my fucking legs up and I'll fucking go do it no matter what. Because I got all these people relying on me. I have no excuses. I have to prove to my kids. I got to prove to my family. I got to prove to everybody. Because I talk a lot of shit. I got to back that up. So if you put it out there, back it up, right? You got to back it up. And if you do that, I think you grow. I think you can teach your body to go further and push yourself further than you even imagine you can. We only live once, you guys. Excuses are a dime a dozen. Like everybody's can do that. Well, what's your excuse for not pushing yourself? I don't know. I guarantee you we're all the same. I'm fucking tired. I didn't think I could do this. But when everybody else is around me, I can't let them down. I feed off that. And that's what I do. That's what we do. Okay, so let me backtrack here. So here we go. We had 86 bikers show up last weekend. 86. These motherfuckers came rolling in. And if you saw the video online, that I'm not bullshitting you, dude. We had a fucking crowd of the Enders show up. And these guys were fucking great. Every biker that showed up last Saturday and Sunday to help us on set for this film, I want to, from the bottom of my heart, thank all of you. If you guys see this video, I can't name all the names, but I know I met a lot of you, and I had one-on-ones with each one of you. You guys got to meet Samantha and our team. You got to watch and see how we make a movie. I've heard so many good things about what everybody was saying about our set and how much fun you guys had. To me, tears. Like seriously, it's so cool that I knew none of you, and now I feel like I know all of you. It was an amazing thing. And the energy and the effort that you guys put in, not only just riding, some people rode up 6 hours from Oregon to be on our set. That's fucking crazy on a bike. They've got back pain. They're just like, fuck, they're hurting right now. And they're like, you know what? It was worth every second because I had the best day of my life. And I'm like, see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. They came up to hang out and fucking watch a movie being made and be a part of it. And they were. These guys are in the background. They're fighting. They're throwing each other around. I'm like, Jesus Christ, you guys aren't fucking around. They ain't playing, guys. They were fucking kicking ass. They were beating each other up like so much. It was so fun to watch. And they had such a blast. At cut, they're all laughing and joking, pulling each other off the ground. So great. It was so cool to see. And they just got it. 86 fucking bikers. These guys are awesome. All of them. Guys and gals. Across the board. They ain't getting fucked. In fact, some of the coolest ones were the ladies on the bikes. Those bitches don't fuck around. They said the coolest shit to me I'll never forget. Memorable moment. Memorable moments. Yeah. That's what it's about, guys. It's too cool making movies. And I'm going to tell you that right now. That amount of extras we had, the set, Robert Lasardo, all of it. And then we had our other groups come in. We have a couple units. We have other directors helping us make this, from Ryan Smith to Jason Brooks. I mean, these guys are great. And Jason Brooks was there. He was signing autographs for people. He took the time with them as Jason Voorhees, pictures on motorcycles and selfies and everything else. He took the time for everybody, dressed up as Voorhees, just to give those people something they will never forget. He did that. And I asked him at the end of the day, I was like, dude, thank you for taking time with people. You know what he said? He's like, they drove a long way to be here, bro. So it's the least I can do. That's Jason Brooks. That's pretty fucking cool. It's pretty fucking cool. Yeah. And that's why he's the best Voorhees you'll watch right now on TV. Fuck Sweet Revenge. It's all about Brooks. He's a badass. Yeah. So here we are. We had these multiple teams. Ryan Smith came out from Creepy TV. He was being a second and third unit director for me. He took people, and I was like, hey, Ryan, go do Ryan Smith. And he's like, yo, Ryan Smith. I'm like, dude, go do you, dude. You know what I'm doing. You know what I'm making. Use your creativity. Go film some stuff with these people. Give them some of the best moments in this movie that we could do. Ryan took the reins. And not only was he our explosives guy on set, blowing shit up, but he literally directed some of the coolest and funnest little sequences you're going to see in this film in the third act. You're going to absolutely adore it. And it's his flair. It's his creativity. It's him. And I wanted him to be him because I wanted this film to be a community film. I wanted all of us to put in what we have to make it work. And everybody has. And I'm sorry for getting choked up a little bit, but that's real shit to me. I may be the director on this film, but I'm not the only one. Okay? I'm not the only one. This was an idea I had. And if it wasn't for all these guys helping me, it wouldn't happen. It wouldn't have happened. So they have every right to put their creative flair on this and spin this film into what it could be more. And they have. And I couldn't be more grateful for them. So, yeah, you guys, it's just been a blast this last couple weeks. It's been a blast. I knew I loved filmmaking, but I didn't know I loved it as much as I do right now. It's one of the best moments of my life, filming with everybody. And I know that this life we have only lasts so long. And I really, truly believe that you got to make the most of it. You know, being 52 years old myself, I don't want to waste another second of it. So if you're out there wasting your time and having excuses of why you can't do something, you need to look in the mirror and fucking push yourself. I'm telling you, don't fucking try to act like you can't do it. You get a no from somebody. I don't even give a care. I don't give a shit if it's your spouse or your parents, anybody. You know what? There's a way to do it. And you got to make them understand that you have to do it. If you really want to do it, you will. You will. Period. You'll figure it out. You're not going to lose them. What you're going to do is you're going to inspire them to see how passionate you are about something. If you're afraid to do it, then this isn't for you. It's just not for you. You got to make your movies. You got to be creative. You got to push it. No more excuses. Don't do it. I'm telling you. Because once you get on the bandwagon and you jump on board and you roll, you won't stop rolling. And you'll look back and go, why the fuck did I wait so long? I'm telling you. And if you wait too long, you're not going to have a chance to do it. And that's something you got to think about. Okay, so we have one shoot this Saturday, another big shoot with bikers. If you guys ever want to see any of the behind the scenes stuff that I post, you know, I'm mostly on Facebook. So look up Aaron Carlson on Facebook or CCC Horrorverse on Facebook. We have a Horrorverse, Jason Voorhees group that you could join. You'll see all the behind the scenes stuff that we're sharing, from, you know, pics to videos and whatnot, to really show off some of the set stuff that we're doing. Also, you know, when the documentary comes out about how we made the Horrorverse, you can see it all. It'll all be in there. But honestly, follow us and check out our GoFundMe. If you want to be a part of this film and you want to be an associate producer, or if you want to get a special thanks, you know, every donation that comes in, I'll be monitoring and looking at, and I'm making notes of everybody who does it. We can't offer perks on GoFundMe, but what we sure shit can do is on the back end, give you guys something for your effort and your time and your money, right? So every donation matters. You know, if you've got $5 or $10 and you want to donate, great. You know, if you've got 300, you want to be an associate producer, we got you. If you want to do 400 or more, there's a package deal based off the number amount they do. You do 500, $600, you know, you're a producer. You know, you want to be an executive producer. If it's up higher, we can get you that. You know, there's DVDs we've got sets, we've got documentary stuff, we've got all kinds of special thanks, we've got fucking posters, we've got all kinds of shit, packages, we got special stuff that we haven't even showed anybody yet. You know, if you can help us get through this next September, we'll be grateful. And we will pay you back, not only with a great film, but also something that's special for you guys. Okay. So consider that. So we're on GoFundMe. The link is on my site. I also put in a link on YouTube here. Check it out. And if you do donate, you will get a response from me. Okay. I will reach out and we will talk. Anyway, guys, next week is our final week. We've got one Saturday here. Next week, we've got 2 days to film. And then we've got one more weekend and probably Saturday of the first weekend in September. And I think the main story is wrapped, and we've got a few pickups in September to pick up and do. And that's it. I think the edit will be locked, and we're going to be going. We're going to be going forward. What's up, buddy? Thank you for joining us, John. I appreciate you saying hi. Yes, man. Hello. Anyway, that's about it for today. I wanted to catch up in the last couple weeks. I will try to do one next week after this weekend, rolling into the final few days of filming, and just keep everybody in the loop as much as I can. But that's about it, guys. I appreciate each and every one of you. Thank you so much for supporting the Horrorverse, supporting Jason Voorhees Nightmare, supporting these actors, supporting this crew. Yeah, it's pretty cool. All right, guys. I'll see you later.